Let's talk about the agro commodities now, where the sugar prices are trading off those 8.5-month lows as bargain buying has driven up by hopes of an improvement in demand due to the consumer summer season demand coming in. That's outweighing the ample supplies there. It's the peak demand season and the mills are selling sugar below cost of production. This will encourage bulk buyers for raising purchases, and that could be supporting the prices. But unless the government raises import duty on raw sugar or decontrols the industry, sugar prices are expected to remain under pressure. On your screen, 1/10% of a decline yet again coming in during the day today. The soybean prices in the meanwhile have gained as rising exports of soya meal lifted demand for beans from oil millers amid dwindling supplies. The soy oil also hedged higher on a weak rupee and a rise in the palm oil prices, while rapeseed rose following gains in the overseas edible oil prices. Vijay, what's your sense coming in for the edible oil space now? Today has been a good day, but yet again, as you have been talking for many days now, any rally is good to sell?
I think there might just be a little bit of a short covering based upthrust coming in crude palm oil as well as the refined soya oil, but I would categorize it as a pullback rally. The closer soya oil heads towards the 710 odd levels, the more I expect selling pressure to emerge at higher levels. The more crude palm oil heads towards the 466 odd levels on the MCX, I think you'll see some flurry of unwinding even at those levels. So let's not forget that the bulls have paid a huge amount of cost of carry in the last three rollovers. It's been a little closer to 1.5–2% every month, and that would basically mean that at 466, 467, the average mean price after adding rollover costs would be break-even prices, where I would expect unwinding, and that's where I'm betting on the upsides to get calibrated or halted.
Shrikant, what's your sense coming in for the sugar prices now? Because the decline has been continuous. Do you see it stopping, or there's further decline coming in?
As of now, it doesn't look like it is stopping, and even though I was advocating that 3,000 would be the levels at which sugar would actually hold, it is beginning to slip below that. And in fact, you're looking at the futures. The spot market is a lot weaker than that. You are getting prices much lower. Having said that, actually on Monday there was supposed to be a cabinet meeting for the partial decontrol, wherein levy was supposed to have been taken off, but that meeting didn't happen. Now what was actually going to take place was that had the levy been taken off, the excise duty would have actually increased. They were thinking about 8% of excise duty, which means it would have actually gone up from 100 to 200 rupees, which would have theoretically given your pricing another 100 rupee boost. That didn't happen, and the industry was quite disappointed at that. Having said that, on the other note is that now we are in March, and surely the soft drink market would actually increase the demand. It's a question of time now before it starts consolidating, but at this juncture I think we still need another 15 days to see which direction it takes. And the other thing about the partial decontrol would also mean that had the stock limits would not be there for large buyers, in which case they might have come in and bought larger quantities. That is not yet happening. That's the reason why you're still finding the prices trailing, coming down to the lower side and not really consolidating at this stage. So I think maybe another couple of weeks and then we'll get a better picture.
Would you a slight rebound in case of wheat prices? Good time to start nibbling in?
Manisha, I would advocate holding on to long positions at this point in time, and nibbling into fresh long positions. No, I don't think so. I think sugar is coming back onto my radar as a good buy. I would still stick my neck out and advocate what I said yesterday. If you give me the June futures on the NCDX at 3,020, 3,025 odd levels, which is a good 20–25 rupees lower from here, I wouldn't really mind allocating money into sugar futures long position. So I would like to split my bets into wheat and sugar, and at lower levels maybe even chana. But chana still I would want to see some lower levels before I start buying.
Shrikant, before we end this segment, what's your sense coming in for spices, especially pepper? Do you see some gains coming in there?
Actually, it's in a sideways move with a very broad range. You're talking about something like 37,000 down to 33,000. So if you're going to trade the tops and the bottoms, yes, you can be long, you can be short, and you can probably make some money there. But otherwise, it's not really trending as such. It's just going up to these levels, maybe 36,000, and getting back to 33. So within this, yes, there is scope to trade it. You can sell the highs and you can also buy the lows. And I guess until it really breaks on either side, there's nothing much really in that. So within these 3,000-4,000 points, I guess you can just trade it.